Kevin Hart stepping down as the host of the 2019 Oscars after past tweets resurfaced.
This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it.
Did the Hollywood elite get their way again, or did the actor-comedian have to just simply fall on his sword? Here to debate, Executive Director of Unhyphenated America, Christopher Harris, and Democratic political analyst Rochelle Ritchie. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
Chris, I wonder why it took the Oscars so long here, in the sense that they knew these tweets were out there. They've been in the public. They knew that Kevin Hart had some controversies, and they didn't seem to want to own it.
You know, Ed, being told that you can't host the Oscars in 2018 is kind of like being told that you're not going to be able to be the captain of the Titanic. I mean, that ship is going down. It hit an iceberg. It's going down. Ratings are down 40% from 4 years ago. It's because it's an overblown, over-congratulatory performance that nobody's really watching. So, you know, who cares? I mean, honestly, most people don't care because most people are not watching.
Yeah, the ratings have been going down. But Rochelle, what's your take on all of this?
Well, you know, Ed and Chris, I feel like if, you know, the Academy is going to make Kevin Hart apologize for what people consider homophobic comments, then they should have also made him apologize for the insensitive remarks that he made about black women of a darker skin tone. He also made those comments in 2010 on Twitter. But am I surprised that they didn't make him apologize for it? Absolutely not, considering that the Academy is rooted in discrimination. And so it seems like unless you offend a certain demographic of people in this country, an apology is not warranted, and the Academy just showed their hypocrisy.
Well, Christopher, on that point, as I recall a few months ago, Kevin Hart was at, I think, the MTV Video Music Awards, and was bashing President Trump, and Hollywood ate it up.
Oh, they loved it. And, you know, it's amazing that I'm agreeing with Rochelle here. but yeah, there's a problem in Hollywood, right? There's something stinking in Denmark, right? It's just the problem with Hollywood is that they're very full of themselves, and there is a hierarchy of grievance. And here's what Kevin is finding, is that he's at the bottom of that hierarchy of grievance, that there's certain groups that control Hollywood that you're not allowed to say anything about. And that's one of the things that we fight against with Unhyphenated America, this whole idea of identity politics. I mean, you know what I'd love to see? I'd love for the left to come straight out and say, here's where the hierarchy is. Here's who the most protected groups are, that you're not allowed to say anything about these people. You can say whatever you want to say about these people, and we'll pay lip service to that. Right. But don't talk about these people. That's what I'd love to hear the left actually.
Rochelle, isn't it kind of selective outrage in Hollywood and among the liberal elite?
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I just said that. You know, they're upset about what he said about the LGBTQ community, but they said absolutely nothing about his remarks that he made about black women, and that is offensive to me. But you know, I think that Kevin Hart stepping down, that is his own decision, and I'm sort of glad that he did, and it's not necessarily because of his comments, but it's more so because of the fact that the Academy is simply hypocritical when it comes to who you can and cannot offend, and who deserves an apology and who doesn't.
Well, now they're looking for a new host. We'll see who they wind up with. Rochelle, Christopher, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.